What is going on, Pokemon people? I play PokeWhenBored here, and here I have another Wi-Fi battle against a good friend of mine, CommanderCobalt. Check him out, and this is a completely amazing, epic battle. No words to really describe it, just because of the sheer predictions going on and whatnot. So he's going to be leading off with a Weavile, and I'm going to be leading off with my Espeon. Not kind of scared whatever he wants to do. I'm going to want to switch out. But he hits me with that pursuit, and it OHKOs me, destroys me. So I assume that this Weavile is banded, because I don't think that would have OHKO'd me if it wasn't. I really don't know, but maybe I'm just underestimating Weavile. So I go into Volcarona, because Volcarona completely counters Weavile, and he goes into his Jellicent, which completely counters my Volcarona. So funny thing is that we are both running Jellicent and Ferrothorn, which is one of the best defensive wall combinations in the game, and this is just great. So, knowing I can't do anything to him, I'm gonna switch out to my Ferrothorn, seeing what he wants to do. He tries to go for that Toxic, but that is not going to hit my Ferrothorn at all. I don't really want to go for the obvious Power Whip, because I know that he's probably gonna switch out to something that resists it. So I take this opportunity this free move to set up my rocks. So now I just predict the Flare Blitz or Overheat or whatever Ape wants to do, and I go into my Jellicent, hoping that he's special and hoping to wall it, but then he goes for that Swords Dance, so that really scares the crap out of me. So I thought Jellicent would take this a lot better. I thought Jellicent was more physically defensive, because I haven't used it that much. But he stays in and goes for that Flare Blitz. If I knew he was going to stay in, I would have gone for that Scald. That's what I call it. I call it Scald, not Scald. I don't know why. Just cause. Don't worry about it, guys. But I go for the Toxic, predicting a switch. But no, this turn right here, I take a while to think what I want to die, what I want to take this Flare Blitz. So I decide to go into my Gliscor, since this Gliscor is max physical defense, I believe. Not quite sure about that, but Gliscor doesn't take it well at all. Barely lives that. I'm not sure if that's min-max damage or that's just Gliscor's amazing physical defense, but his Ape is taken out, and at least I get my Toxic Orb set up. So now, since this Gliscor does have Protect, I will be able to Toxic Stall some things out, and I believe that's what I do right here. I start Toxic Healing right here against this Weavile, because I really want my Gliscor to get some HP back, because it's really low, and I don't want it to die to anything. So he goes for the Pursuit, doesn't kill me, amazing. So I go for the EQ, knowing that Pursuit probably won't kill me, since Gliscor is just an amazing wall, and if I switch out, it's just gonna kill me anyway. So I go for the Earthquake, almost kills his Weavile, and he goes into his Thunderous. As I go for the Protect, but it doesn't work since he tries to switch out. So my Gliscor is about quarter HP. So I'm predicting the HP Ice, so I switch back into my Ferrothorn to take that. Only thing that Thunderous can really do to my Ferrothorn is Focus Blast, but that isn't that scary. I believe that I switch into my Jellicent this turn, predicting the Focus Blast. Or no, I just stay in, assuming that I could live one, which I know that I do, because this Ferrothorn just does work in this battle. And I set up the Leech Seed, so next turn I'm probably going to switch out into Jellicent, baiting the Focus Blast and getting more damage racking up on him, and I think that's what I do. I'm not 100% positive though. This battle was a few days ago. I've been really busy with school and everything. School's been starting, so I'm going to try to get out more videos, but I don't know how many I'm going to get out. So he ends up going for the Nasty Plot as I switch into my Jellicent, predicting me to do something like that. So now I'm starting to get a bit scared, because this Thunderous could possibly sweep my team. I don't really know what I'm going to do about it. I don't think my Jellicent could live a +2 T-Bolt from Stab Thunderous. It's just nuts. So I go into the Gliscor, predicting the T-Bolt, and to get more Leech Seed up on him. But he does have the leftover, so Leech Seed isn't really doing that much net damage to him, but it's helping my Gliscor recover. And the Leech Seed and Poison Heal, my Gliscor is just gaining like a quarter HP every turn. So he sets up another Nasty Plot, predicting my switch into somebody else, predicting my switch probably back into Ferrothorn, predicting me, predicting the HP Ice. A lot of predicting going on there, but I end up going for the Ice Fang, get a crit. Not sure if it matters or not. If it does, I'm sorry, you could have probably sweeped me with that Thunderous, but, I believe you get a crit on me later in the match that makes up for it, so, he's gonna know that he knows that I'm gonna want to switch here, so I switch into my, Volcarona. He sets up the rock, so my Volcarona is basically, not the best option right now, so I'm gonna start setting up those Quiver Dances. I do have the Morning Sun on this Volcarona, so Leech Seed doesn't bother me at all. I know Ferrothorn can really put no damage on me, so, I know he's gonna switch right here, so I'm gonna set up another Quiver Dance, probably switch into this Jellicent, but, I know my Volcarona isn't going to be much of a use, because it's gonna take half damage every time it switches in. That's what really sucks. People who run rocks just wreck a lot of pokes that could be really good, like Charizard, Volcarona, anything flying, Dragonite gets hurt a lot, breaks its multi-scale all the time. But, since I'm at +2 Spec D, Spec Attack, and Speed, I'm going to want to stay in here and go for that Bug Buzz. Because, as I said, I really don't have any other viable options for this Volcarona. And he goes for that Scald, and he just takes me out with a crit. So, that makes up for the crit that I got on, Thunderous before. Volcarona could have done some decent damage since I did get the Spec D drop. So now I'm going to go into my Haxorus, bait the switch into Latios, double switch back into Ferrothorn, and I believe that works out perfectly for me because he switches right in. Oh, or not. He switches into his Weavile as switch fodder, I guess. I completely forgot about that, but at least his Weavile's down now. He ends up going into his Latios anyways. Not too sure why. I know Ferrothorns can live a Draco from half HP. I'm hoping that he maybe is not Specs, maybe Expert Belt, maybe Life Orb, and doesn't take me out, but I think he's Specs and he doesn't take me out. That's really amazing. Ferrothorn is just a complete boss and just does work all the time. And he does even more work at the end of this match. It's just nuts. It's nuts. So, he's going to go into his own Ferrothorn because everybody knows that Ferrothorn walls Ferrothorn. And, I switch into my Jellicent. I believe, yes, I switch. Yeah, I just saw it. I switched into my Jellicent, so now I'm not going to want to take Power Whip from Ferrothorn. So I'm going to go into Gliscor to hopefully take it somewhat well. I kind of forgot that, it would be neutral on me. For some reason, I thought that it would, that I would have the resistance, but with Poison Heal, it's not doing much at all. And I'm going to be able to stay in here and keep taking those, set up some Swords Dances, and maybe get a sweep going. So he sets up the Leech Seed. So now his Power Whips are going to be hurting some more because Toxic Heal, Poison Heal negates Leech Seed damage on me, but he still gets the recovery from it. So I go for the +2 Earthquake, does nothing. That Ferrothorn is just, Ferrothorn's a boss. It's maybe the horriest poke ever, but it's a complete boss. So he kills off my Gliscor with the crit here. That's pretty gay, but whatever. Stuff happens. So I'm in with my Haxorus now. I believe I stay in and go for the Outrage, predicting the Latios switch in, but I end up going for the Brick Break instead. But he switches into his Jellicent, so Brick Break isn't gonna hurt that at all. So I end up going for the Outrage, predicting Latios switch in here. But I remember I walked out of the room at this part of the battle, so I didn't know that his Jellicent was dead. I thought that it was still alive this whole entire match. I thought that he just switched into Ferrothorn on the Outrage, and that it didn't do anything to it. So now's when I come back in the room. I see Ferrothorn in, see Haxorus about half damage. So I think that he just switched out, but I didn't know that his Jellicent was dead. But now that his Jellicent is dead, his team isn't that much of a threat to mine. So I go out into my own Ferrothorn. Not much HP. He goes for the Power Whip. Misses. He would have just got more damage done on him, so it's actually good for him that he missed. So he ends up going for the Power Whip again. Not too sure why, because it's going to be doing nothing to me. He's just going to get hit with Iron Barbs. And I'm going to Leech Seed, predicting the switch. And I believe right now is where the stall war starts. He ends up trying to PP stall me, but it doesn't work out for him. So in the end, and then it doesn't even matter. But we just keep leech seeding. I keep leech seeding, hoping that he would switch. And then I go for Stealth Rocks to try to PP stall when he actually decides to switch into Latios, when Leech Seed would have been really useful right here. So big face palm on my part. So now I believe I'm going to switch out, fearing that Draco might kill this time. I'll go into Jellicent, hoping that it'll take it somewhat well, and hopefully not die from it, because I think about my team. I have Haxorus, Jellicent, and Ferrothorn left. I figure that Ferrothorn and Haxorus are most valuable to still have left, because Haxorus is the only thing that can really take on this Latios. And so I just decided to fodder out Jellicent. I really didn't have much of a choice. I predict the switch here, so I go for the EQ. So sad right here. So sad. So he's gonna end up killing off my Haxorus. So now I think that he has a Latios, Ferrothorn, and Jellicent, but when in reality he's at -2 special attack Latios. I have my Ferrothorn, he has his. And big play. Funny thing is, biggest part of this match is that my Ferrothorn has lefties. So that makes all the difference in this whole entire Star Wars. So he just has to stay with Latios, hoping that Draco can do something, but it does like 30 HP. So he realizes that this isn't gonna be doing this. Nothing's gonna be happening. So now is where the PP Star Wars starts. So I'm gonna take this minute or two to tell you guys what's been going on. So yeah, I've been starting school. I'm a sophomore this year. Pretty cool stuff. So yeah, and I also just got a new computer. It's a Gateway SX Slimline 1 TB hard drive, 4 GB RAM. It's not really much of a difference from a 6 GB RAM. That's what I would have preferred, but it's all good. i3 core processor. It's gonna be really great. That's what I'm making this video with right now. I got Vegas 10 on this instead of 9 on my laptop. I'm still gonna be using my laptop for other stuff, but I'll be mainly on this computer now. Hopefully this video will render a lot faster than it does on my laptop, and that'll just completely make my day, and I'll have to see how fast Moon plays and whatnot. But I'm having high hopes for this lap. Why do I keep calling this a laptop? It's a desktop. I have high hopes for this computer. And yeah, so he switches out into his Latios now. I believe I just go for the Leech Seed because I still have a lot of PP for it. So that Leech Seed is going to end up killing off his Latios, giving me more HP back. Funny thing is my Ferrothorn is almost at full right now, just from that Star Wars. If he had the lefties, I would have probably ran and called it GG, because he would have outmatched me if he had lefties. But he's gonna kill himself off right now. I'm gonna go for the Gyro Ball just to finish him off. I'm gonna get hurt by Iron Barbs and Rocky Helmet, but that was a close 1-0. Great game, CommanderCobalt. One of the best games that I've had in a while, actually. So don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, guys. And as CommanderCobalt always says, till next time, guys, peace out.